After the fact, we framed this wall out. I completely forgot to add this window in, so I've got a 24 by 36 window to put in this wall, and then be able to see right outside and overlook the pond. It's about ready to start working back on sheeting again, so I'm gonna continue going on. I gotta make a couple cuts, but super excited. Let's keep working on this thing. Getting much further today than I expected, just a day after work to do some sheeting. The door that I went with is a 32 by 80 exterior door with a half window. Another day of hauling material back here. Today I brought the wood stove. I got the wood stove new from Tractor Supply, around 350 bucks new. A few sheets of, or a few sections of single wall black pipe, and then the cement board. We got an old cut off of plywood I'm going to use for the platform for the bed. And it's so cool walking up to this thing with a door. The 2x3s I've got are for the bed. I may make that today. I'm not sure how far I'll get. Otherwise, starting to pile my tools up in here. It's starting to feel real. Oh, can't wait to add a step there. Sure is feeling real though. This is like, for being an 8x12, I've got a lot of room. This big picture window, cannot wait for this to be here. I was gonna work on sheeting today, but I think I'm gonna end up, to get the wood stove off the trailer, I want to put a couple sheets of that Durarock or cement board down. So I need to figure out my platform or what I want to do. I do want to put the wood stove like right here, and maybe even angle it out from this corner. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. And those cement boards like 3x5. It's kind of a weird size for these. I wish they were in 4-foot sections. Now this is brand new, so I will have to burn it off, which I'll take it back outside for that. Hopefully when I have another pair of hands to lift this thing out of here. But I wanted to get the placement before too much stuff gathers right here. This will actually give me enough room to still put the window in and whatnot, even though the majority of that's going to be from outside. And then before I put the cement board up on the walls, I'll insulate the walls But according to the UL rating, this still has to be 23 inches from each wall, which this is a little over 2 feet, kind of centered on the board that's 5 feet wide. And then even if I put it angled like you saw it, that still each corner had to be 16 inches away from the corner of it. So I'd rather not burn this place down or end up killing myself over it. So this is going to take up a little more square feet than I kind of budgeted for, but it is what it is. I'd rather be safe about it. And then this will be a nice easy way up to the rafters to get the stovepipe through. We've got the real screws for this cement backing. I'm just going to go ahead and screw this base down since it's in place. And then one thing I'm really excited to do, and maybe I've talked about it too much now, is the hearth that I actually want to build for this is going to be out of the fieldstone from the surrounding farm. So I've got some collecting to do and a lot of rock picking from the field. 100% sheeted. Now, at some point, I'm going to put some 2x4 blocks up in the sections where you can still see daylight through. And then we'll put some spray foam insulation just to tighten that up. I can start on windows. This backside, I ran out of pieces that had the correct lip on it. So I ended up ripping a board down instead of using this interlocking like shiplap lip that you can see here. You can just see it right there. That goes all the way across. But I put it on the back side because I didn't want to spend another $45 for a sheet just for that one little section. And then I want to put a drip edge of some sort along the top of there, but for now that's the way it's going to be. But we are roughed in and about as weather tight as it has ever been. I do have a bit of waste that I'm not super proud of. these sections, and then everything you see here. But I may try to utilize what I have here for kind of a soffit, and then I'll put some kind of fascia board along the side, so that'll dress it up really nice. And then I'll paint that maybe white, and then I think I'm going to go with some kind of green for the cabin itself. But yeah, this is so cool. Got my own little tiny home. But I think I may, I've got the windows stored up in one of the barns here at the farm. I may go get, I want to at least put the picture window in. So I'm going to get everything ready and then cut that one section out. And then, crossing my fingers, I framed that correctly. A lot of my friends that I've been telling about this and sending pictures to, this has really been only 4 or 5 days, and I still work about 10 hours a day, sometimes a little less. But they're all ask me how I've made it so far with this build. But I gotta say, and this is no affiliation with this company by any means, but this Metabo, my understanding that this is like Hitachi brand, but Metabo HPT, this is the 30-degree framing nailer, and man, this thing has made my life so much easier. Came with one 4-amp-hour battery. I think it was like $279 with a charger and everything. So I've ran, I don't even know, maybe 1,000 screws through this thing so far, and haven't had one jam or anything. So a little bit of free advertising for you, Metabo, but that's been the game changer. I know off-grid style, it's kind of nice to do like hammer and nails, but to be honest with you, there's no reason for me to do that where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna get this thing built and be able to use it and enjoy it. Finally, I can show you one of my favorite parts of this. We got the ceiling support kit for the stove pipe, and then my favorite so far, the 36 by 48 picture window. I've got 2 different styles of 24 by 36. These 2 are super cheap. They're like 50 bucks a piece and are just considered a utility window. They're actually considered a slider, so they're supposed to be mounted side to side. But I'm gonna mount them up and down, and if they don't have the support springs, I'll just put a piece of wood or something in them. I'm not worried. And then some special order windows that I got were just some low E filled with argon gas. Something else I wanted to show you was, check it out. I used my JB Outdoors name as the business name, and they gave me a tag, so I don't know, I just thought that part was cool. So I'm gonna cut that hole out of the wall, and let's get a picture window put in, hopefully. Got a hole in my cabin. Nice and clean too. That Sawzall did the job very nicely. So just gonna take a couple free measurements and make sure understanding of it.
I just figured it meant that way's up or the other way's up, not upside down. Good go. Yep. Keep going. Oh, keep going. Might have to get up there for the top. I got it. Close, I can't do it.
As tight as it is, I'm just gonna put a screw up here.
Yeah, just put one in it.
Can I go get that little step?
Put it
I'll have two more windows, one on either side of this as well. One wall of windows. Went to Home Depot today and got some clearance 100% vinyl waterproof rigid core flooring, so I think it's going to turn out really good. I use the same flooring in my cargo trailer that you guys have all seen on the channel, and it's held up to hauling four-wheelers and dirt bikes, motorcycles, and most of all camping and trekking sand and dirt in and out all the time. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. For about 70 bucks I got flooring for this thing. A little tight in here today. I'm gonna need to insulate this wall first, so hopefully get this big thing out of my way. This is 167 square feet of insulation batting, and then as soon as I do that, I've got a nice big shelf to put up somewhere on this wall, probably around bar height, I'm thinking. So I'll put that up and then stack any of my trim lumber on top of that just to get it up off the floor. Once we get that far, I think we should be able to move on to the flooring today. Nope.
Okay.
You're gonna come over here and do one right. You can do one in there first. Good job. All right, now one in the bottom one.
Okay.
Yep. Nice work. All right, open that door all the way. Let's see how this shelf, or how this tabletop thing fits. It got kind of muddy because hauling it on the
Yeah.
four-wheeler.
That looks
Heck
pretty
yeah,
good.
dude. You like that?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, now we need to find some really short screws in
Really
that
short
container. This container has some And I love when a plan comes together. Now all this material that I have, especially since it's raining outside, is up off the floor and it's dry. The shelf was just a cutoff that I had from a project. I built a big desk in my basement a couple years ago, and this was the cutout of the wraparound desk. So I knew that thing would come in handy someday. I'm glad I saved it. I've got almost all the insulation up on this one wall. These two pieces are going to be cutouts for the other windows, and then I've got to do above the windows, and then just this one upright run. So I might as well just keep moving with insulation. It's definitely helping get a lot of the material out of here, and then I'll move on to making the bed, or probably move on to doing the floor first. Don't really need to do this, but I've got the material, so I think I'm going to come up one more, or at least another 2 feet of concrete board, and then I might build like a hearth that goes up this back wall, just to be a little bit more of a heat sink. My goal is to do it with some fieldstone off this property, but definitely didn't think to go up the wall. And at least just do underneath the wood stove, but if I don't use this, it's just going to get wasted, so I might as well use it. And now that's out of my way. Just tired of moving it. First bit of heat, the little buddy here for my hunting blind is gonna offer a little bit of heat for me today. It's cold and damp out. It's been raining here in the middle of January, so very just nasty out altogether. I know light kind of sucks. I only have the one window in here for now. Until the weather breaks again, that's when I'll start to work on that other window. I've got 4 more windows to put in. And that's just about one box, maybe 2 feet away from the wall, and all the way 12 foot down. Got a couple pieces out of that box that were a little hurt, so I'm going to save those for cutoffs.